Did you know if you drop a like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds, nothing will happen but it will put a giant smile on my face? It's official, with the Winterfest event finally coming to a close and with 2022 rolling around with Epic Games getting back in office, hopefully by now everybody has been granted this harvesting tour as the secret 15th present. And despite Winterfest ending, even though we've got Christmas themed map change and snow still on the map that are soon going to be gone, what if I told you we not only have an early look of all that today, including a named location that's going to be revealed due to the melting of the ice right here, but as you can see by the title today, it looks like Fortnite are rolling out even more free rewards with the update that's coming around soon, considering 19.10, the next update, has just officially been put onto the staging servers. And despite just map changes, as of the time you're watching this video now, you should see the extreme weather conditions in-game, of which we're briefly going to be covering, alongside a ton of unforgotten cosmetics or skins that will be rotating throughout the item shop very soon in relation to Spider-Man yet again, despite the release and the hype dying down of the No Way Home film. If there's one video you sit down and watch until the end of today, make sure it's this one. Stick around and watch the full thing, of course. And whilst you're doing that, if there's one favour you can do me, considering I'm giving you guys all this information for free, make sure to enter code FM1 inside the Fortnite item shop. I challenge you all right now, try and make this process last longer than 10 seconds, and if it does, don't enter it, that's how confident I am. Entering code FM1 not only puts a giant smile on my face, but cheers my pug up Gus too, as he's been kind of sad recently from discovering that 70% of you guys watching right now aren't subscribed. And speaking of subscribing, yeah, we're incredibly close to 2.3 million, and we can definitely hit that before the end of January if everybody subscribes right now. And don't forget too, there's a bonus for this, as I give 5 subscribers every day. So of course, if you do want to receive a gift, make sure you're subscribing to the channel with all notifications turned on, and then comment your Epic Games ID down below and let me know what you like to receive. And who knows, you could be shown like this in front of hundreds of thousands of eyes to see, gifted on screen in the very next video I post on the channel. But with that said, now enough messing around, considering there's a storm of content about to cloud us. We need to go over it. Also make sure, of course, you don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
I'm sitting on my
Don't
back.
go anywhere.
Okay, so one of the first and most important things to mention is, despite us not getting an update today when you're watching this video, perhaps even when the weather changes have been implemented, of which, if you haven't seen them in game yet, are the tornadoes and also the lightning strikes. The reason Epic Games were able to pull these into game, and here's some early gameplay of them in the background, how they form or they're going to be interacting with the environment on the map early thanks to data miners, is because it only takes a hotfix. However, with that said, as I mentioned previously at the start of the video, that doesn't disregard the fact that 19.10, the next update of this season in itself, is on the staging servers, and according to Hypex is officially scheduled to release next week on the 18th of January 2022. And speaking of Hypex, despite the fact he's now verified, which looks so much better to put his tweets on screen in videos, he's stated right here, Stage 3 is live and Stage 4 goes live on the 13th as I predicted, which means Stage 6 is on the 18th, meaning, if you don't know, considering this GIF has obviously been attached to the tweet, the deterioration or the melting of the snow is what he's trying to basically refer to when mentioning stages of, the snow eventually melting to this final one right here, of which I don't really want to see. A lot of people over on Twitter, and make sure to follow me there in the video description down below, are actually kind of arguing that, yeah, we should have this 6th stage that I've highlighted on screen right now. Personally, I think a third divide of all biome areas of the map would be kind of good for play flow or interest of the map anyways, in terms of where people land. However, as you can see by literally like the 9th stage at the bottom, yep, it's all going to be gone soon, and I'm guessing Epic Games aren't going to be reverting this, considering it will have correlation to the storyline and future map changes that they've already got planned to be implemented. Also, in celebration of Epic Games returning to office, I just wanted to announce too that we're doing a giveaway over on Twitter for 13,500 V-Bucks to one lucky person who follows all the steps on screen right now, and this will be linked for you to just simply click on to get access to enter the giveaway in the pinned comment and the first link of the video description down below. With this, you can literally buy so much stuff, so I wouldn't miss out on this opportunity, so make sure to enter it right now or when you're done watching this video. But getting back onto the map changes in terms of the snow melting, however, it doesn't just stop there in terms of what Epic Games are going to be revealing from this process occurring. As you can see on the mini-map right here, it's been talked about for quite a while, ever since the start of Chapter 3 Season 1-2, Tilted Towers is going to be revealed underneath these giant ice blocks when the snow does melt over this region. And I know there's many concept maps out there right now of Tilted Towers in terms of what it'll look like, however, or what we're going to be seeing once the snow melts, even that data miners have been able to determine. However, one of my YouTube friends called Postbox Pat has actually made a very good recreation of Tilted Towers, or what it's going to be looking like once this ice does melt, and in my personal opinion, from looking around everywhere at all the Tilted Towers maps, this is the most realistic in terms of what we're going to be seeing, and the creative code for that, if you want to play it, is on screen right now. I highly recommend, because literally, honestly, it feels like Chapter 1. As for the snow melting, however, something that's it's going to be revealed that Epic Games have teased through multiple things, not just the Chapter 3 Season 1 trailer, where we initially saw the extreme weather conditions that are only just starting to appear in-game. As you can see, this animal right here is a dinosaur that we never previously saw in any of the prior chapter seasons, as we got raptors introduced for the Primal season. And I know a lot of YouTubers will have been covering this since the initial kind of start of Chapter 3 Season 1, considering it's been right in front of our eyes this entire time, and because of this, data miners have been able to dig into the files and find out everything about what seems to be codename for this being Buttercake. But now, believe it or not, with the melting of the snow and as this wildlife is revealed, we have a location for where it's frozen underneath, kind of like the Polar Peak monster underneath the ice castle or iceberg itself. And as you can see, just like the Polar Peak monster breath seeping out of the cracks in the iceberg, there's breath seeping out of this particular hole right here. And despite Fortnite teasing this would be revealed, not only this creature but the canyons of which it lives in when the snow melts, they've actually released an animation also correlating again to Boba Fett in the item shop and to buy him before he left, which is only a 3-second clip, but it's actually surprising to see how many teeth this very cute and seemingly harmless at first creature actually has. I assume this codename Buttercake dinosaur is going to be in-game alongside Tilted Towers when the 18th rolls around for the 19.10 update going live. And speaking of that update in itself, something that we definitely know is going to be coming, or data miners have a very strong feeling will return, is the unvaulting of the grenade launcher with this name location. And despite this encrypted emote that data miners have managed to find now, currently being in the files, which I'm guessing will release or get decrypted close to the release of 19.10, if not on the update arriving, in terms of free rewards or things happening in-game right now that you can be hyped for to earn anyways from doing certain things or already have earned until this update drops, is not only the Cobra Kai cosmetics if you participated in this All Valley Cup that actually went down on January 8th, 2022, as it's ended now and all the sprays in the files according to FireMonkey have been decrypted, meaning if you placed in any of these kind of placements for each region anyways, as they're all the same, you would be granted what's said to be attached to this anyways for said placements. And what's interesting as we go on to discuss the Zero V-Bucks bundle, which I definitely think will be upcoming very soon, and we have all the details for that in just a second, or what it may be. The reason I think this initially is because Epic Games look like they're going through a phase again of introducing a ton of cups, obviously in between updates anyways. For instance, we've not only just seen the Cobra Kai one, but now we're seeing on January 14th a brand new PlayStation Cup where we'll have an opportunity to compete for a share of $107,100. And as you can see on screen right now, here's all the information about what prize is given out to where for what position and such, so feel free to pause the video to soak in or digest any of this information for your specific region or the placement that you're actually planning on aiming for, at least anyways. And here's where things get interesting if they're actually planning on introducing not only skins through these tournament cups as rewards anyways instead of money after this PlayStation 1 ends. As you guys know, again referring back to Chapter 2 Season 4, a lot of this did happen with a lot of the Marvel skins anyways, where we could not only earn them for free but early, and with this being a known fact about Epic Games to do this in terms of collaborations or when they're introducing them to hype them up even more, it looks like in the near future they're going to be doing a ton more with Paramount. As you can see, Sheena tweeted out right here, rumour the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles could be coming to Fortnite in the future. According to this guy, Paramount has apparently signed a deal with Epic Games to bring their IPs into Fortnite. One IP that was explicitly mentioned in the transfer of this IP, or allowing the rights for Epic Games to use it, however, was the TMNT, meaning the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, meaning that they could be upcoming as skins, whether just in the item shop or earning through a cup initially to get them early and for free for players who participate and place at certain levels. However, don't forget too, Paramount have the rights and IPs to tons of other stuff such as Spongebob as well, so it's going to be interesting to see how this partnership or collaboration is going to be working out going into the future. Speaking of the Fortnite item shop, however, in terms of more Spider-Man based cosmetics that are going to be rotating throughout here, whether good, bad, villains or not, as you can see Hypex stated on screen right now, there's 3 NPCs that are set to spawn at the Daily Bugle. One is Mary Jane, who sells the infinite web shooter instead of just 80 uses for 400 gold, and one might be Green Goblin because of the Foundation's glider animations and how Epic Games said Spider-Man's friends and enemies are coming to the game, but then he doesn't know about the third specifically. As you can see from the concepts in the background right now, here's what these kind of characters of different versions of Spider-Man or different enemies of Spider-Man could look like in Fortnite. So make sure of course to let me know your opinions on these in the comment section down below, and if you do want them but don't have the V-Bucks currently to get them when they do rotate throughout here, considering in bundle form there will be a hefty amount, again make sure to enter up on this giveaway linked in the video description down below or in the pinned comment, as it's limited time, so make sure to do it now. If you enjoyed today's video, want to keep referring back to any of the points, slap a like in it down below, save it to the like playlist and subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on if you haven't already, so that you don't miss any future uploads. And speaking of other videos where you go to now despite entering the Twitter giveaway, make sure to interact with anything on screen, I don't mind, but most importantly, hopefully I can catch you, yes you the individual still watching, I can see ya, but hopefully in the very next video I do post on the channel.